everyone. I'm Carolyn Cole from Easton Shoveltown Cultural District. And Kim Pincus from Easton Community Access Television is working with us and to bring artisans on display to you. We normally would go from site to site and hang artwork around town, but we can't do that. So we're going to introduce the artists and their artwork in a different way. Today's artist is Reena Bates. Hi, Reena, how are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Good. Now, Reena, what inspired you to paint?
What inspired me to paint? I started watercolor painting about 20 years ago. Off and on, I did that. And in January of 2017, I decided to take a drawing class to hone my watercolor skills. And that's where I met my teacher and friend, Matt Miller. I just wanted to draw, and he suggested I do painting and oil painting, and I haven't looked back. I love it.
Yeah, oil painting has its benefits in that you can add a lot of color.
And depth.
Then almost make it three-dimensional, whereas sometimes with acrylics and watercolors tend to be kind of muted.
Yes, I love the sculptural ability that it offers, the potential to sculpt rather than just like draw or paint colors, and then the intensity that I can get with some of these pigments is very fulfilling.
Yeah, your style tends to be very dramatic, so it lends itself to the oil painting. It really does.
I am drawn to the paintings of the old masters like Rembrandt and Velasquez, and my teacher, Matt Miller, and his teacher, David Lafell, they just revere Rembrandt. And so that's influenced me a lot in what I want to accomplish.
Now, COVID-19, it's been a bane in many people's.
Oh gosh, yes.
It's really problematic. And has that affected your work?
Definitely. I had just hung my paintings at the Easton Library, and within a week, we were in lockdown. And I had also brought a couple paintings for a show in Newport, again, lockdown. The funny thing is that I actually sold 2 paintings in Newport. Well, actually one in Newport, and then another one just out of my collection as a result of Newport. But it's affected me in that, all these events and everything have been canceled. My structure is gone. For the first month of lockdown, I sort of didn't want to paint. I didn't want to do anything. And I think a lot of people felt like that as we adjusted to our new reality.
And isolation.
And isolation, yes.
Yeah. And the library, of course, was part of the Artisans on Display program, which, it's terrible. The whole library shut down. And we had another artist that's at the cable station also that the same thing, had just hung his work and it was shut down. So, and it's disappointing. And of course, we've, the artwork would be moved along, and also we lost out on having several shows also.
Right.
So which you would have been a part of. So it's discouraging for everybody.
Oh, it is.
Now, have you taken online classes at all? I know some artists have.
Well, actually, with my teacher and I've been assistant teaching actually.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we had a Saturday morning class at the Taunton Art Association, and I helped him set up the beginners and maybe intermediate people and just kind of guide them along. So we have been doing online Saturday classes as well as a Thursday night advanced class. So that's it. And I'm fortunate that I get to be in the studio. It's where I am right now. And my teacher friend Matt and his wife were kind of in the same bubble. So I'm here. I can be here in the studio as much as I want to, because I tried painting at home and it just didn't work. I was never good at working at home, and I guess I'm not good
Yeah.
at painting at home. I need to be in a new place, in a different place.
I think most people realize that too, that it is hard to work from home because you get too distracted by the everyday things and friends and whatever that know you're home.
Right.
And it makes it hard to focus.
And my adult children are home.
Oh, well, that will do it.
He's back from Brooklyn. I mean, it's wonderful. He's helping and everything.
Yep.
But you know, we're a full house again.
Yep. Well, my son will be home this weekend from Queens. I haven't seen him since this has started, so I know what you're talking about. But
Yep.
I have a list for him when he gets there. I know it, and I think we can all say that everybody's been so disappointed, and the public too. I get a lot of calls with regard to the canceling of shows, but there's really nothing we can do. Safety is the most important thing.
Oh, it is.
And,
it's evident in the numbers for our state.
Right.
We're doing pretty well, thank God.
Yeah, the more, because because our governor has infused, the safety measures that
Exactly.
we really need, and we're not, we're giving up little by little. I think that helps a lot.
Yes.
Okay, now, do you have like long-term goals of where you'd like to be, like maybe in 5 years or 2 years? Or?
I do. So for the last year, I've been working on a body of work of about 20 paintings because I'm going to apply to the Copley Society of Art in Boston, where my teacher and friend is a master artist, and he's been there for a long time. In addition, he and I are collaborating and going to do an art business called Epiphany Fine Arts. And we are going to be homed at Crystal Springs Center for the Arts in Plainville, which he and his wife are going to launch. And that will have visual healing arts and several and lots of opportunities for artists of different mediums or practices to congregate, do workshops and such. So they're going to launch that next year as well.
That's wonderful. And I would be interested in talking to you with regard to maybe classes.
Definitely.
Teaching classes in Easton, online or in person.
Okay.
We have space available at Oaks Ames Memorial Hall, and that's something that we have tried to get off the ground too. So, the state has funding for that. So we're looking forward to that. Yeah. So it's something that we want to launch. It's hard to go in too many directions at once, but
we're artists. That's what we do.
Yeah, I know, huh? Well, we do that. And of course, we're looking forward to having you be a guest artist at the co-op.
Oh, thank you. I would love that.
Yeah, that would be great. And we're waiting to get the okay to launch. Because it's a historical building and a kind of museum too. So we're going to be the last tier that opens. So we're waiting patiently for that to happen.
That's okay. So, better safe than sorry.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you and working with you. It's I love your work. And in fact, as you remember, one of the art shows that we had to cancel, we actually used one of yours. We had produced the invitation with one of yours. And then of course they didn't go out because we had to cancel. So, and I'll have to send you what we did, and we can use it again.
Yeah.
When we redo that art show again. But that was for our spring art show, which was it's usually one of our biggest. So, but it was wonderful talking to you today, and we hope to see your work more. And
thank you.
Thanks
for all you do.
It's you are what I call like a successful emerging artist. All of a sudden you're everywhere, and that's wonderful. And you're wonderful. Your work is beautiful and dramatic and different. It's a different style, and that's what makes it unique. Would you we'd love to have you show close up one of your paintings and how you accomplished it, how you approached the piece.
So
great.
This is my most recent one. There's a lot of glare. Okay.
I can see it very clearly on the screen, so I'm hoping that
it's I think it's 12 by 16. I call it Pretty Pinks. These are peonies that I have one plant in my front yard. They were given to us by my late mother-in-law, and every year they bloom and they're beautiful. We enjoy them. But this year I was very inspired to paint them. One morning the light just hit it and made the colors even more vibrant and intense. So what to put it in? This is a Waterford crystal vase that also belonged to my late mother-in-law. And I thought, oh, you know, I have a theme here. I'll do that. And I had never painted cut crystal. And I've been wanting to do that. Something else that inspires me as a challenge. You know, if I don't know how to do something, I want to learn how to do it. So, and I loved the light bouncing off the cut crystal, going through it. And then for the base, I usually do tables, but I wanted a cloth and I didn't have one. So I kind of just made this up. And I decided I wanted to not just have the cloth go straight across, but also go into the back, kind of give a sense of depth. And that's about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, when I have people come into the gallery and they see work like that, one of the questions they ask is, how in earth do you get the stems of the plant, you know, to look appropriate? It's very difficult.
And dark. It's just light and dark. I don't think stem or flower when I'm painting. I just look at the light and the dark, try to get the color and the range of values, and then hope and pray it ends up looking like I want it to. And when
well, I hope it did, because I hope it did, because it's quite lovely. And I have hot pink peonies in my yard too, and they look just like that. You know?
Do they?
And you know, when the morning light hits them, you know, it's the same kind of shading. So nice job.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Carolyn.
And have a wonderful 4th of July. I'm sure you'll miss the fireworks, as I will, but
yeah,
have a great time.
Thank you so much. You take care.
You too.
Okay.
Bye now.
Bye.